Alright guys, so today we're going to be going over how to adjust the tie rods on your X quad. Here on this front wheel you can see that the wheel is slightly turning outwards away from the chassis, and on this wheel you can see that it is slightly turned inwards on the chassis. So this is going to cause your board to be misaligned, your tread to wear faster. You probably will feel the board jitter or feel very bumpy while you're riding. These are all indications that you need to adjust the tie rods here, which are these things here. Alright, so the only tool that you are going to need for this is a adjustable wrench. There are two locking nuts that sit on either side of the tie rod. You can see one of them right here. So in order to do this, all you need to do is come in here, get this around your nut, and start loosening. Once you have one of your tie rod nuts loose, you can come in here and adjust the second nut here. So once these are loosened a little bit, you'll be able to get some slack with the tie rod, and you're going to be able to start turning it. So in order to do this, you're just going to start spinning the tie rod in either direction, depending on if your tire is facing inwards or if it is facing out. But as you can see, start turning the tie rod and the tire starts to adjust. If you need more give on one side, just come back, loosen these bolts some more, and then you'll be able to adjust. So as you can see, this one's pretty straight. I'm just gonna start bringing it in a little bit just to get it perfectly straight. Alright guys, so same thing here. You're just gonna want to start adjusting and loosening these black nuts that are holding the tie rod in position. So you're gonna want to loosen both ends of the tie rod nuts. So you just gotta start adjusting in either direction depending on which way your tire is pointing. So if it's pointing this way, you're gonna want to start adjusting towards the chassis, and if it's pointing outwards, you're gonna want to start adjusting away from it. And on this side, same thing, looks pretty good. Maybe just a little out. And there you go. And like I said, once you have done that, and if your board is raised off of the ground, before you tie in the nuts back up, put it on the ground, see how it looks, see if it's towing either in or out, adjust, and then tie it. So just looking at the alignment, this side maybe needs to come in a little bit. You can see it's still towing in a little bit. Might also need a little adjustment. Looks like it's just ever so slightly towing out. Give it a couple turns. And on this side, same thing. Give it a couple turns. And that's looking pretty good. Alright, so now we come to the other side. We are going to tighten up these two bolts again. So you really want to make sure that when you're doing this, your tie rod is not moving while you're tightening these in place, so that you don't accidentally unadjust your tire back to a bad position. We can come and readjust these two nuts. And that's it. So now that your tie rods are adjusted, your board should ride a lot more smooth. You can see it's no longer towing in or out. It's going to keep your tread and your tires in alignment so that your tires don't wear down faster. Your board should not feel jittery while riding anymore, and it should be a better overall experience. Now that you got your board nice and aligned up, you're now ready to get back out and ride.